So Simmers, do you always wonder how people make such detailed builds in The Sims? Do you find yourself scrolling through debug endlessly? Do you love to build but you're always limited by the possibilities of the game? Then this video is for you. Today I want to showcase 6 essential mods for builders in The Sims, and believe me, they are going to be game changing. The first mod I want to showcase today is Better Build By Twisted Mexi. This is honestly one of my favorite mods that I cannot live without anymore. Whenever there is an update for The Sims, this is the first mod that I will try to update, because it's so essential to me as a builder. One of the features that comes with this mod is the ability to expand the build by catalog. This makes it a ton easier when you're trying to search for an item either in debug or if you have a lot of custom content. Maybe one of the best things about this mod is the fact that debug and live edit are now sorted. So no more hours of searching for that one object that you know is somewhere in the game but you have not been able to find. It's now all sorted in the standard categories. All you have to do is turn on the live edit and debug objects and then go to the category that you would expect to find the item. Like plants will be in the plant sections, even sorted that trees will show up in the tree section, doors will be in the door section, etc. This is honestly one of the best features of this mod, and I would never go without it anymore. Another great part of this mod is that you get to go into free cam while you're in build mode. You could always do this in The Sims, but usually you would have to be in live mode, which as a builder is kind of annoying because you keep switching back and forth between live and build mode. With this mod, you actually get to see how the rooms that you've made look on the inside from a first-person perspective without having to go to live mode. Another feature that was added recently is the ability to change the lights, so the color, and to dim them while you're in build mode. Again, something that you don't need to go to live mode for anymore, which is super handy if you're trying to create a certain atmosphere in a room, or if you just want to change the color of the light because the default one looks very ugly. One of my favorite features of this mod is the ability to turn off custom content. I mean, I love my custom content, I don't want to take it out of my game, but I also don't want to make every build that I make with custom content. If I'm building something for the gallery or for a challenge, I might be limited to a certain pack and I don't want my custom content to be in the way. With this mod, it's just a little checkbox that I turn off and all of my custom content will be hidden, making my game a lot less cluttered when I don't want to play with my custom content without the hustle of taking it out of my mods folder. A while back when you used this mod, it would actually make your build modded on the gallery, but it no longer does this, so you can safely use the mod and then upload it for everyone to download without them ever knowing that you used this mod in your building process. Mod number 2 is actually a separate mod by Twisted Mexi, and that's also to use the free cam in build mode if you don't want to install Better Build By. I can imagine you might have a lower end computer and you don't want too many mods in your game, but you still want to be able to use free cam in build mode. This mod is a lot smaller and will still make the free cam available in build mode. A mod that I only recently discovered is the Invisible Fence mod. It's actually created by another Dutchie, which I think is pretty cool, and I've linked their own video in the description since they have made a wonderful video about how the mod works and what you can do with it, and showcasing all kinds of cool ideas for the Invisible Fence mod. I think it has quickly become one of my favorite mods to use, simply because I hate it when I try to make a nice pathway for my Sims and they refuse to walk over it because they always choose the shortest route. With this mod, you can actually place fences that when you place them are visible, but you can make them invisible, so they don't look ugly, but they make sure that your Sim always walks on that nice and pretty path that you drew for them. Keep in mind, it is highly likely that using an invisible fence, because it is tagged as CC, will make your build modded on the galleries. The next mod is also by Twisted Mexi and is probably the most well-known mod for builders in The Sims, and it's called T.O.O.L. T.O.O.L stands for Take Objects Off Lot, and originally that was exactly what the mod did. It enabled you to place objects outside of the active lot area. But ever since, so many more options have come to this mod, and it's essential for anything creative in The Sims and if you want to build outside of the existing possibilities that The Sims offers you. At first, the mod might seem a little overwhelming, but just put it in your game and start playing around with it a little bit. You'll get used to it pretty quickly, and especially now that it's just available in build mode, because before it was only available in live mode, it's actually quite easy to just put it in your game and try once in a while, even if you just use it for the smaller things like scaling down or up objects. Good to know is if you want to use T.O.O.L within build mode, you do also need the Better Build By mod from Twisted Mexi, otherwise you can only use the T.O.O.L mod when you're in live mode. This isn't really a big problem, but if you're a builder and you love to build all the time, it's just easier to have them both in your game because they go together so nicely. The next mod is actually one that might not sound as a build mod per se, but it's very well known and very useful when you're building in The Sims. It's called MC Command Center, and it basically gives you control over many things in your game. For building specifically, this is useful when you want to make sure that certain cheats like move objects are always turned on whenever you start up your game. This saves you that little time every time you start with a build for having to enter the cheats. Another one which is really nice is that you can click on the mailbox and just change the season, because sometimes you're building an autumn home and you just want it to be autumn, and if you're building a spooky home, maybe winter is the better season. The last cheat on today's list is UI cheats. Again, might not sound like a very build related mod at first, and again, it's one of the well-known mods, but still I wanted to put it on this list because I do use it when I'm building. Basically, UI cheats lets you cheat right from the UI of the game. And especially when I play with a household and I want to modify their house, or I don't know, want to build them a new house, I kind of use UI cheats to increase their funds a little when I'm building. I would just highly recommend using UI cheats anyways, and I do use it as a builder as well. Do you have any other mods that you love for building? Because I would love to know. So please let me know in the comments down below. And if this video was helpful to you in any way, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the video to get to other people as well. And if you want more videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!